Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wood Forest Bank Stadium here tonight for this football game between the Oak Ridge War Eagles and the Grand Oaks Grizzlies. 13-6A encounter here with the playoffs on the line, of course. As an all-around the district, we'll review everything going on here as we get into the game tonight. Keep you up to date on everything going on in the district. Again, my name is Jeremy McGrail. Got the on-field introductions happening. The bands are about to play the school songs. About 14 minutes away from kickoff, so we thank those of you for joining us on the stream. We hope you enjoy this game tonight. Let's go to the school songs.
Thank you. And if you would, please remain standing for the party for the school song. First, the school song of Grand Oaks High School. And now, the school song of Oak Ridge High School.
1, 3, 5, 6.
For over 40 years, Wood Forest National Bank has proudly supported the youth and schools of this great community. Our bank has grown through the years, and Montgomery County is our home. With over 30 convenient branch locations right here in Montgomery County, we are your community bank. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hi. But for now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Our team at Buckaloo Chevrolet works hard every day to deliver a better car buying experience to every single customer. Just check out our reviews. Amazing to work with, great customer service. They really care are just a few of the things our customers are saying about us. So if you're looking for a better selection, a better car buying experience, and of course, a better buy, head to Buckaloo Chevrolet today, one of Houston's fastest growing Chevy dealers. We're on I-45 in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com. And remember,
it's a better buy at Buckaloo.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you, you. Because it's not enough to replace your knee if we're not getting you to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
You've got a lot going on, so how do you find time to take care of you? At Houston Methodist, we work around your busy life. There's same-day visits when you're sick, online scheduling with specialists, access to all your records through MyChart, and video visits 24/7 if you need urgent care. Bringing you Houston Methodist's expertise, wherever, whenever you need it.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Grand Oaks Grizzlies are already on the field going through their warm-up. We should see Oak Ridge War Eagles emerge from their locker room here shortly. Run the hype video and we'll be ready to start tonight's game. Once we get the kickoff going, we'll let you know who will get the ball first and start us off here tonight once we have both teams out. And again, district implications on the line here tonight in this one. Oak Ridge trying to stay in contention for one of the playoff spots in this district. Grand Oaks also trying to stay alive. Grizzlies 1 win, 3 losses so far in district. Oak Ridge is 1-2. This district is crowded from about the 3rd through the 6th spot, so plenty to play for all the teams. Just about no one mathematically eliminated at this point with so many district games to play, being in a 9-team district. Again, we've got a lot of district action going on tonight. Of course, our game here, this Grand Oaks Oak Ridge. College Park is visiting Willis tonight. And then we also have Conroe visiting New Caney in other action. So some really key games going on around the district tonight with regard to the playoff race all across the board. Last night we had the Woodlands beat Cleveland by a score of 70-0, so the Woodlands moves to 4-1 in district. College Park and New Caney are both 3-0. And they're going to put those unbeaten records in district on the line here tonight in what should be some pretty good football games in that action. So again, Oak Ridge needing this win here tonight to keep themselves firmly in the playoff race. Grand Oaks also needing a big win to kind of plant their flag for the year in district and stay alive in that race for one of the 4 playoff spots available in this district. So once again, plenty of motivation tonight. Grand Oaks trying to make some progress here again this week after kind of starting fresh last week against the Woodlands, running a brand new offense even, so they'll try and take the lessons learned from that game against the Highlanders, apply them here tonight against Oak Ridge. Again, War Eagles should be emerging here very soon from their locker room. We'll run that hype, and then we will be ready to do the national anthem, find out who's getting the ball first, and start our football game here tonight. And Oak Ridge comes into this game tonight with the #1 ranked total offense in the district, averaging 457 yards per game exactly. Grand Oaks is down in 7th place, averaging 291.83 yards per game on offense. Defensively, Oak Ridge ranks 5th in the district so far. Grand Oaks is right behind them in 6th place. So again, Oak Ridge been quite a potent offense this year, and they're going to try and keep that going here tonight. Played some of the harder teams up front in district. They had to face New Caney and the Woodlands right out of the chute. And here tonight for the War Eagles, it was senior night, so they had those festivities before the game. It was nice to see all the players introduced with their parents. Of course, flowers given to all the senior moms out there. What a journey it is for these players that go all the way from Little League to high school football Friday nights as seniors. Just an incredible achievement for all of them. Oak Ridge emerging from the locker room now. We will run the hype video and come back to you. And here go the War Eagles in their tunnel, ready to emerge. Grizzlies on the other side, and we are just seconds away from playing football here tonight. Oak Ridge busting through the banner, ready to get going tonight. Again, must-win game for the War Eagles to keep their playoff hopes alive in this incredibly competitive district from top to bottom. Grand Oaks also with the chance to keep themselves in the conversation. Thank you all for joining us on a beautiful Friday night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium in Shenandoah. 13-6A district action. We talk about it every week, but race for the state playoffs heating up with each week. Also the pursuit of district. There's Oak Ridge and Grand Oaks just trying to make little improvements from week to week, keep themselves in that conversation for one of the 4 playoff spots available here in 13-6A. Teams are going to go line up for the national anthem. We will do that with them and come back to you for the opening kickoff after the anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and direct your attention to the center of the field for the presentation of the colors and the singing of the national anthem. All men should remove their hats, and everyone should stand and place their hand over their heart in honor of our great history. The colors are being presented by the Oak Ridge High School Air Force. Junior ROTC War Eagles, coming under the command of Chief Master Sergeant Joseph Kirsten. Members of the Left Team are on side, American flag and commander, Cadet Caparelli. Texas flag, Cadet Burke. Right guard, Cadet Aguilar. Left guard, Cadet Morehouse. Alternate, Cadet Pierce. Members of the right guard team are on the side, American flag and commander, Cadet Beltran. Texas flag, Cadet Badat. Right guard, Cadet Jerry. Left guard, Cadet Jackson. Alternate, Cadet Cameron.
Color guard. Color guard. Hold. Present. Colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, while the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
And with the national anthem, we are ready to bring the captains out to midfield. Figure out who's getting the ball first to start us off here tonight. 13-6A district game. Grand Oaks Grizzlies, Oak Ridge War Eagles. Playoff spot on the line for both teams here. Needing to keep the positive momentum going and get that win in district, which is proving to be tough to come by this year given the competition level in this district. Teams like New Caney, the Woodlands, College Park leading the way at the top of the district standings. Willis is coming in on the heels of those teams, those two, along with the Conroe Tigers. Willis and Conroe are tied with 2-2 records in district. Oak Ridge just behind 1-2, playing a game less. Cleveland 1-3 in district. Grand Oaks 1-3. Caney Creek 0-4. Again, at the top, College Park and New Caney, the only unbeaten teams remaining in district play. Both of those teams playing tonight. As mentioned a couple of moments ago, in addition to our game here tonight, College Park is at Willis tonight. Conroe at New Caney. Of course, the Woodlands winning 70-0 against Cleveland last night right here at Wood Forest Stadium. So with that win, the Woodlands is now 4-1 in district.
Oak Ridge is going to kick.
And Grand Oaks receiving the ball first here tonight. Oak Ridge kicking off as signaled by the head official. Again, we thank all of you for joining us on this Conroe ISD Sports live stream here tonight. Encourage those of you watching us on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button to like the video, as well as hitting that bell to subscribe to the Conroe ISD Athletics channel. Keep up to date with everything going on around the district. Keep up with the progress of these awesome student athletes here this season. A lot more football left. October is going to be a very meaningful month for all the teams involved. Again, extremely competitive district here in 13-6A, top to bottom. Everything to play for mathematically, nobody eliminated at this point. Oak Ridge going to put the ball down for us here. Emmanuel Aririele and Joku is going to get the opening kick here for us. Two returners back deep for Grand Oaks. And there is our opening kick. We are ready for action. Fielded cleanly by Grand Oaks. Going to return it up the sideline. There's space into the open field. There he goes all the way across midfield. Number 8, Braden Bradley, puts the Grizzlies in business. We do have whistles. So Grand Oaks be in great field position to start this drive. On the plus side of the 47-yard line is where the Grizzlies are going to open up shop here tonight. Christian Nunley at quarterback. Going to hand to Angel Sepulveda. It's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Good defense by the War Eagles there. I had the Woodlands Grand Oaks game last week. It was my first time seeing Grand Oaks run their new system on offense, moving to that shotgun with all the changes they've had here recently. Staying mostly in those 3 receiver sets as we see here right now. Trips, Nunley. He's going to try and throw in the slot, incomplete. Intended receiver is number 20 there. 3rd and 13 for the Grizzlies. So despite getting that positive start in Oak Ridge territory, needing a big conversion here now. Nunley throwing deep corner route. Well covered by the War Eagles. Couldn't make the connection there. Pass will drop incomplete. Bring on the punt team for Grand Oaks. So good stand by the War Eagle defense there, despite having their backs put against the wall there right off the bat. Good effort to hold the Grizzlies to 3 and out. Here's the punt. Line drive going to be cleanly fielded. Camden Morgan with that catch there on the punt. Oak Ridge will start their first drive of the game on their own 23-yard line after that. Senior Steve Smedley out to lead the War Eagle offense here tonight. Flanked by Frankie Arthur in the backfield, number 5, junior. There's the first carry to Arthur, number 2 in the district coming into this game, hits the sideline. First down run. Frankie Arthur showing nice balance to scoot around the edge there. Positive first play for the War Eagles. And coming into this game tonight, Arthur trailing only Kedrick Riscano at New Caney in district rushing yardage. 6 rushing touchdowns coming into tonight. Having himself a great season. Smedley rolled out, man open in the flat, had a couple wide open, complete. That is Tevian Jefferson, he's up the sidelines. They're not gonna catch him, 10-5, touchdown. War Eagles drawing first blood here tonight. First drive, first touchdown, wide open play action there for Oak Ridge. Jefferson just popping wide open on that. Smedley actually had a couple of options he could have thrown to there that were just wide open. I believe he had Elijah Porter as well underneath. He probably could have tucked and run it, but yeah, hit the furthest man downfield there that he had. Jefferson did the rest with a great catch and run. Kicking the extra point through, Jacob Webb, a senior kicker for the War Eagles. Lightning strike from Oak Ridge here to start the game, 7-0 Oak Ridge. 10:45 left in our first quarter after that one. Two plays needed. Yeah, that really was a very well executed, well called play from Oak Ridge on that touchdown. It's the perfect play action rollout to call there. Smedley having it open wide, executed perfectly. Kickoff to the up back for Grand Oaks. Turf Monster came into play there. Now it'll be Grand Oaks' turn to start on their own 23. This is exactly where Oak Ridge started their first drive. Needed just 2 plays to go the 77 yards. Shotgun for Nunley's gonna hand, or actually keep this time, keep it on the zone read. Gonna gain maybe a yard. We've seen Nunley flash his speed at times this year, impressive as a runner. When he gets into the open field, he can definitely run away from people, so Oak Ridge should be aware of his threat. Nunley back to pass, complete. Looks like Ty Roop, sophomore, tied in there with that catch in the pocket. So helmet comes off, forcing a substitution for Oak Ridge. Once again, my name is Jeremy McGrill. Thrilled to have you all join us on this live stream, Conroe ISD Sports. Nunley back to pass again, looking over the middle. Tight window. has his man complete first down. And that was complete to number 80. And Grand Oaks quickly to the line after that first down conversion. Sepulveda up the middle. He's going to pick up a decent chunk of yards as well. About 6-yard gain there, first down. Again, Grand Oaks coming out here tonight trying to make progress with what is a quite young roster overall. And again, having to change things up midstream here this season with the coaching change. Just trying to get their reps, make progress each week. Run around the right side, Sepulveda. Maybe gain a yard there, not much room to run, bring up a 3rd and 3. About 8:45 and counting on the first quarter clock here tonight. Another chance for Grand Oaks to convert 3rd down here. Can do just about whatever they want on this down. They're going to go with Sepulveda up the middle. Going to try and nudge ahead for the first down, but stacked up by Oak Ridge. Well defended by the War Eagles. He's only going to gain a yard. Bring up 4th and 2. See how much of a gambling mood the Grizzlies are in tonight. In trailing 7-0 on the scoreboard. Offense staying out here so far. See if a play is run or Nunley quick kicks. Like they're going to run the play. Nunley's going to keep around the right side. Has the room. If he can scoot through there, he does. Keeps his speed. He's off to the races. Inside the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, showing that speed we just talked about. What a play to come up with on 4th down if you're the Grizzlies. Nunley keeping his balance, making the first man miss, and then he was into the open field. Runs it all the way in. Outstanding run by Christian Nunley, sophomore quarterback for Oak Ridge. 7-6 pending the PAT. Explosive plays here to start our night. On to kick the PAT is Tristan Chapman, another sophomore here for the Grizzlies. As Grand Oaks shows swinging gate, now shifts to the base PAT formation. Kick is good. We are tied at 7 after that immense 4th down conversion by Grand Oaks. Again, Nunley has some wheels, which we just saw once again here tonight. I've seen flashes of that in other games that I've covered for the Grizzlies. It's a great read by Nunley there for the pull. Wide open around the right side for him. When Nunley pulled that ball, you could see the lane open up immediately around the right side, and it was just a question of not if he was going to get the first down, but how much more he was going to get. Very well executed play. Have a nice crowd filed in on both sides of the stadium here tonight at Wood Forest. Once again, yet another beautiful Friday night for us. We've done really well with weather so far this regular season. Ball teed up, ready to send back. Oak Ridge is going to have to run this out after the ball hit the turf there, up the sideline, into space, and over the 30. Nice return. Flag does come in at the very end of that play. On the return for Oak Ridge was number 9, Braylon Harrell, senior, listed as a running back on the roster. It's a tricky ball to field and return after it hit the turf, but good job by Harrell. Unfortunately for Oak Ridge, a hold is going to move that back. Steve Smedley and the War Eagle offense back to work, pinned deep in their own territory. Ball spotted on their own 11. It's be Smedley and Frankie Arthur in the backfield. Showing a heavy run here, going to run around the left side once again with Arthur. Pins off 2 defenders, is able to turn the corner. He's so good at that. He's going to have a first down carry. And it was an unbalanced run look there from Oak Ridge with kind of the 2 H-back types lined up on the same side of that formation to help lead block around the edge for Arthur. Again, Arthur's so good at his balance, staying on his feet when it looks like defenders have a shot at him. Smedley going to hand off going up the middle this time. Stacked up nicely by the Grand Oaks defense. It's Arthur once again on that carry, busy man so far. Second possession of the game here for Oak Ridge, needing just 2 plays to score their first touchdown of the evening. 2 plays, 77 yards on that drive. Pass completed from Smedley to Tevian Jefferson for the touchdown. Smedley tries to touch that throw in, looking for Arthur on the wheel route. Not sure quarterback and receiver were quite on the same page there. 3rd and 5 now on the down and distance after the incompletion. 6:54 on the clock. Four receivers set from Oak Ridge here, 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Nicely thrown corner route complete by Smedley. That's going to be a first down, War Eagles. On that catch, number 21, Camden Morgan for Oak Ridge. Nicely thrown ball by Smedley there, accurate. Be a split backfield now for Oak Ridge. Ball hits the turf. Smedley's just got to pick it up. Oak Ridge is going to get the sack in the backfield. Great play by the defense. Number 57 and 56 on that stop. Christian Ramos, Ryan Simpala for Grand Oaks, junior and sophomore respectively. Again, busted play there for Oak Ridge after the ball hit the turf. Going to stay 4 receivers here, 2 to each side. Smedley trying to direct receivers open, makes a man miss. He's around the right side. He's got the first down and a lot more. Smedley doing it with his legs, makes another man miss. He's off to the races here. Will they get him? 10-5, touchdown Smedley. Oak Ridge, what an effort on the run. Steve Smedley goes all the way across the goal line. Wow. Some outstanding explosive plays being made early in this football game, both teams. Smedley was trying to direct a receiver open initially when he ran around the right side there. Just said, I'm going to keep it, and then proceeded to run through the Grizzly defense all the way to pay dirt. Jacob Webb here, PAT. That is good. Take our score. Oak Ridge 14, Grand Oaks 7, 5:37 in the first quarter. And watching the replay, you can see Smedley trying to direct traffic there, and then just like, I'm going to do it myself. Picks up a couple of nice blocks down the field to help spring. Good job keeping himself alive, weaving in and out of traffic there. There's Ririele and Joku on for this kickoff. Off to a bit of a breathless start here tonight with the explosive plays being made by both offenses. Ball hits the turf dangerously, but Oak Ridge is able to field it on first hop there. Luckily for the Grizzlies. That was super dangerous the way that hit the ground, because the football can bounce just about anywhere. Nunley staying in the football game for a third series here. He's going to keep it once again up the middle, but stacked up nicely by the War Eagles, no gain. Maybe give him a foot. Last week, we saw the freshman Grant Smith rotate in with Nunley about every third series or so, but Nunley gets another crack at it here. We'll see if Smith finds the field tonight. Nunley rolling left, has man down the field. Can't quite make the connection. Was looking deep there. Third and 9. Grand Oaks has seen third down on each of their possessions so far here this evening. Their third possession of the game right here. Nunley looking over the middle. Can't make the connection. Fourth down is going to bring out the punt team for the Grizzlies. Went for it and scored on their last drive. They were around midfield when they did that, and Nunley took the quarterback keeper in. But too far away to repeat that here on this drive. Play it safe. Smart. It's Chapman sending that one back. Going to take a favorable bounce for Grand Oaks. Grizzlies are going to down that all the way to about the 14-yard line of Oak Ridge, so very good punt outcome. Well done by Chapman. Got Camden Morgan and Frankie Arthur flanking Smedley in the backfield here. Here's Arthur on the sweep left. Cuts back into the middle of the field. He could be off to the races here. Once again, he's going to run through a couple of tackles, get all the way to midfield. And that was actually number 9 on that carry, Braylon Harrell. So Oak Ridge picking up chunks here on the ground so far. Again, Braylon Harrell, senior, on that carry. We saw him a little bit ago on a kickoff reception. Smedley in the pistol now. Show and run, going to roll out under heavy pressure. Missed a block there up front. That's number 56 right in Smedley's kitchen there as he tried to roll out Christian Ramos Jr. Oak Ridge scored a touchdown on a rollout. First series of the game, tried to do something similar there, but leaked a defender free onto the quarterback, which doesn't usually have good results. 4 receiver formation here for Oak Ridge on this second and long. Looking over the middle, pass complete. Going to be upended there. Good pass and catch, though, from quarterback to receiver. Was number 1, Jaquel Harrison, on that catch. takes a brave player to catch the ball over the middle, knowing you're going to take a shot, most likely. And I say that as a former receiver myself. The ball can be your only focus when it's in the air. Much like an outfielder in baseball, you've just got to zero in on it, and whatever hit you take, you take. Great job by Harrison. Smedley going to roll out, man open, complete. Well executed, stays on his feet. This is Camden Morgan up the sideline, cutting in. This is going to be another touchdown, War Eagles. Morgan, great run after the catch. A game of big plays here so far for Oak Ridge. 3 explosive touchdowns now on the evening. 1 running, 2 passing. Also, the second time this evening that Smedley has found a wide open man on that play action. Out to the flat areas. Kick is through. Take our score to Oak Ridge 21, Grand Oaks 7, 2:34 remaining in our first quarter tonight. Pretty fun football game unfolding here between these two. Lots of offense on show so far. Thank you for joining us on this stream here this Friday evening. Hope you are enjoying wherever you may be watching this. In beautiful night here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. As mentioned immediately before we started here tonight, there's playoff implications all over the place in this district this week with some absolutely huge games going on here tonight. In addition to our game right here, we've got College Park at Willis, Conroe at New Caney. Oak Ridge just picking up that massive win over the Conroe Tigers last week up at Moorhead. War Eagles had to have that win for their playoff hopes, got it. And they need to repeat that here tonight against Grand Oaks. So that kickoff will hit the deck for a touchback. Grand Oaks going to take possession back here, needing a response, trailing by 2 touchdowns. We will see if it is Nunley back at quarterback or if it's Smith now in the game. And it does look like the freshman Grant Smith is checked in now at quarterback, number 11. All right, beautiful ball there, looking for somebody up the hash. Maybe slight miscommunication there, no one really in position to catch that. Closest man was about 5 yards inside of where the ball landed. Like the receiver was running more of a post, whereas Smith threw the ball up the hash. Smith really does throw a nice ball. I was impressed with the throws that Smith was able to make last week. It's number 25 carries that for Grand Oaks. Yeah, Smith obviously getting some huge varsity reps here this season. Serve him very well moving forward. Throws over the middle, complete. And that'll be a first down, complete to Trenton Warzen, senior receiver. In Warzen and Tristan Browse, 2 of the more experienced people on this Grizzly offense. Yet to see Browse yet this evening. Browse and Ty Roop usually very involved in the passing game. Of course, Roop, the big sophomore tight end. It was up the middle for the Grizzlies, be a few yards on that carry. Actually, 2 yards. Nearing the 1 minute mark remaining in our first quarter here this evening. In Grand Oaks, enrollment-wise, with 3,334 students listed, can go D1 or D2 for the playoffs, depending on how the other 3 playoff spots shake out if they were to get into the discussion themselves. Whereas Oak Ridge would be much more likely to go Division II should they get one of the 4 playoff spots. They would have an outside shot at being a Division I team if both New Caney and Willis made the playoffs along with Oak Ridge. All 3 of those teams would have to be in for Oak Ridge to go Division I. Trips formation for Oak Ridge here. Route is jumped and picked off after being tipped. This is going to be run all the way back for a pick 6. Number 6, Lorenze Jeckham Jr. Lorenze Jeckham jumped the route, saw it all the way. Wasn't sure he was going to be able to hold on to that. He had to tip it to himself. A little bit of an individual tip drill there. Comes down with it for just a huge play. Read the route all the way. Yeah, and almost too well. He almost overjumped it. Mix up there on the snap, so fire call here from the Oak Ridge holder, and he's just got to do what he can there. But enormous defensive play from Oak Ridge, to say the least. Just beautifully jumped route there by Jeckham.
Still grounding on the kicking team. Penalty's going to be declined. It's no good.
There's a flag thrown for intentional grounding against the holder there, which was declined. In case that didn't come across on the stream, the head official's mic was cutting out there on the field. Apologies for the sharp whistle there from the official. If that came across on the stream, it did in my ears. There's Aririele and Joku kicking that deep. Nicely floated kick, gives his coverage team a chance to get down there. Well covered by the War Eagles. They're going to stack it up. Official's got a hot mic there. It'll be Christian Nunley back out for the Grand Oaks Grizzlies here on this series. You run around the right side sweep. Stacked up nicely, Sepulveda on that carry. About a yard gain. And for Grand Oaks, obviously not ideal to be starting from scratch midway through a regular season, especially one in which you're still in the playoff race, and that'll end our first quarter of action. Oak Ridge leading at 27-7 over Grand Oaks after an explosive first quarter of action. In that first quarter, as the teams switch ends of the field, all explosive touchdowns. For Oak Ridge, they scored 3 touchdowns on offense, 1 running, 2 passing. All 3 of those were explosive touchdowns over 50 yards. And then the pick 6 was tipped right around midfield and then secured probably around 45, so it's probably about 45 yards total on the run back after Ejeckham secured the interception. Then Grand Oaks themselves for their touchdown, it was Nunley on a 4th down, no less, on a quarterback keeper, which he hit open grass and scored. It's Tebian Jefferson, Steve Smedley, and Camden Morgan, the other touchdown scorers for Oak Ridge. It's underneath the screen, Oak Ridge on top of it. Be 3rd and 7 here for Grand Oaks. It's senior night here for Oak Ridge tonight. At festivities pregame with players and their parents, along with the drill team, cheerleaders, parents recognized as well, along with their sons and daughters. Nice pass completion there on the 3rd down, moved the chains for the Grizzlies. Nicely thrown ball over the middle there by Nunley. Moves the chains. Sepulveda around the left side on the sweep. Looked like it could be open initially, but Oak Ridge doing a good job of closing that. Sepulveda turned the corner there. It looked like he may have something to work with. Tough sledding in the ground game so far for Oak Ridge, outside of that big play by Nunley. Nicely tipped by the War Eagle defense there at the line of scrimmage. Going to fall incomplete. Bring up a 3rd and 10. Trips formation for Grand Oaks here. Nunley back to pass. Has a nice pocket. Couldn't come up with the completion there. It's going to bring up 4th and 10 and the punt team for the Grizzlies. Tristan Chapman, sophomore, out to punt for Grand Oaks. Well covered by the Grizzlies. Great job on kick coverage. And the Oak Ridge offense, not that they needed it, but getting help from their defense there. Smedley coming back out with the offense now. Looks like it'll be Morgan and Arthur in the backfield here. Split backs, 3 receivers in the formation for the War Eagles. And that's Harrell actually on that carry again. Harrell again up the middle. few yards short of a first down, bring up 3rd and 3. Nearing the 9-minute mark here remaining in the second quarter tonight. Again, playoff implications huge. Got Oak Ridge and New Caney atop the district, 3-0 records, both playing tonight. The Woodlands moving to 4-1 last night with that win over Cleveland. We've got Willis at 2-2, along with Conroe, who of course Oak Ridge beat last week. Sweep around the right side into the open field. He is off to the races. Harrell, he's going to cut inside 10-5 and wrestled down right around the 2-yard line. Couldn't quite punch it in, but yet another explosive run for Oak Ridge. Harrell will get a little bit of grief from his teammates over getting caught there, but great run. Now Arthur gives Harrell a breather here, checking back in. Smedley's going to go right to him. Arthur trying to bounce it around the left. Wrestled down by Grand Oaks. Nice open field tackle there. Number 18, Terrion Diggs, senior linebacker for Grand Oaks on that tackle. It's actually a loss of 1. It's like Grand Oaks, or Oak Ridge rather, going Wildcat here. Try and run around the left. Grand Oaks all over it. We'll stack that up easily. That was Jefferson, Tevian Jefferson, the junior receiver. Touchdown scorer earlier this evening. Not able to get his second. I'm thinking about 3rd and 6. So Grand Oaks not just going to let Oak Ridge walk in here. Nice effort by the Grizzlies. You love to see them compete, of course, as a coach. Smedley rolled right, unable to find a completion there. Arthur was actually wide open out of the backfield on the left side, but the play seemed to be kind of always moving the other direction there. Smedley wouldn't have been able to find him, but yeah, Arthur wide open around the left there. If he could have stopped and turned and looked that way, would have been an easy touchdown. Jacob Webb on for the field goal. And that kick is up and good. Nice kick by Webb. And with that, the score now is Oak Ridge 30, Grand Oaks 7, 6:41 remaining in our second quarter. It's going through the district standings a minute ago. College Park, New Caney, the Woodlands, Willis, Conroe, and Oak Ridge all firmly in the race for the playoff positions at this point. So 6 teams in Grand Oaks. If they were to mount a comeback here tonight, they would put themselves also in that conversation to make it 7 teams. As it sits right now, the race for the final 2 playoff spots in particular, at least in my opinion, is going to be very competitive. Could come down to tie breaks, maybe even a 3-way tie break when all is said and done. Be something if it would even go to 4 teams. In my view, there's going to be probably 1 or 2 teams that would be in the playoffs most seasons that may be left at home watching. Nice kick coverage there for Oak Ridge. Grand Oaks going to start this next possession right at the 30-yard line. Yeah, I think ultimately when all is said and done, yeah, there's going to be 1 or 2 teams that be like, wow, any other year we probably would have been in the playoffs, but given the competition in 13-6A this year, they're going to end up watching at home. 14-6A, the Aldine Spring District, who this district faces in by district, that is even more of a cluster. It's a nice run around the left side. Ian Nunley showing his athletic ability for the second time tonight, stepping around the corner for a long gain. Got 6 teams tied for second place currently in the Aldine Spring District. So it's anyone's guess who our teams will face in the first round right now. I've looked at the permutations, and there are many. There's Nunley on the keeper again. Little shake and bake, making the first man miss. Nice positive play on first down. Something I think Grand Oaks could do with showing more of, using his legs to keep defenses off balance. I think there's nothing like a mobile quarterback to keep a defense off balance, because it's generally the one thing a defense can't account for unless they just have an amazing athlete in the middle of their defense who can do the spy job. It's a sweep around the right side, but Oak Ridge is going to stop that. No gain, maybe even a loss on that. Yeah, a few things more frustrating for a defense to try and account for than a mobile quarterback like Nunley's shown that he can be. You can do pretty much everything right as a defense position-wise and still give up a big play to a running quarterback if they're smart about finding the space in a defense. It's like even the better defenses will be severely challenged by a gifted mobile quarterback.
Timeout, Grand Oaks.
Have a timeout on the field. Also mentioned earlier in the broadcast, yeah, Grand Oaks, should they get into that discussion for the top 4, they're a team that could go Division I or Division II as far as the playoffs are concerned. Grand Oaks trailing only the Woodlands and Conroe for enrollment in this district. Grand Oaks checking in just ahead of College Park. Look to have about 70 more students than does College Park. They're number 3 enrollment in the district. Whereas Oak Ridge would need a lot of things to happen to get into Division I. The War Eagles get in, they're most likely Division II. That fourth down going to bring out the punt team. So Oak Ridge again going to take possession here. A little over 5 minutes to go until half here tonight. So again, thank you all for joining us on this stream. Again, please like the video, hit the bell to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Fake punt around the right side. He's got the first down after a nice cut inside. Good athletic play, and the Grizzlies rolling the dice. Had to do it when you're trailing 30-7. Making a play, catching the War Eagles off guard. Nice job, Grand Oaks. Was able to call that Grand Oaks Woodlands game last week. It's Nunley here. Back to pass, complete again. Nice out route execution there. Move the ball down to the Oak Ridge 30-yard line with that completion. It's Nunley doing a pretty good job of all-around quarterback play here this evening, using both his legs and his arm to good effect. Passes out to the flat, broken up, incomplete. Good pass break up by the Oak Ridge defense there. And so far here this evening, Oak Ridge just a bit too explosive for the Grizzlies. Grand Oaks fighting for points here going into half, trying to keep themselves in here with a chance in the second half. I believe it was Grand Oaks who received the opening kick here tonight, so Oak Ridge would get the ball out of half. Flag comes in, going to go against the offense.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 80 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Make it about a 3rd and 8 now after that penalty. Grand Oaks quickly to the line. Nunley throws under pressure, was looking for Ty Roop over the middle, but just had to get rid of it a little bit too quickly for his liking under heavy duress from this Oak Ridge defense. Bring up another 4th down, but of course here 4 down territory, so they're going to go for it, no question. 3:52 on the clock. And timeout wise, Grand Oaks 2 timeouts left. Oak Ridge has all 3. Grand Oaks, the newest high school in our district here, Conroe ISD. Taking some students from Oak Ridge when they opened. So that pass will fall incomplete and turnover on downs back to Oak Ridge. So unfortunately for the Grizzlies, not able to make that converted fake punt count on the scoreboard. It does give them something positive to watch back on film. And with that switch, here comes the War Eagle offense, having a very successful night here so far. Scored every time they've touched it, I believe. Tight formation, 4 receivers. Smedley looking deep corner. Jefferson picked off by Grand Oaks. He caught that in bounds. Great interception. It's a discussion. It will be awarded Grand Oaks interception. Sideline erupting on the Grizzly side. Excited to make a play, as they should be. Like number 8, Braden Bradley on that interception for Grand Oaks. And Smedley wanted a corner route throw to Jefferson there. Ball may have hung up just a little bit, long enough for the Grizzly defender to get underneath it and pick it off. Grand Oaks handed another bit of a lifeline, but they need to make it count on the scoreboard. 3:40 until half. It's a sweep left side, cut up the middle. Good job by the running back there. Sepulveda, good job sticking his foot in the ground and getting up the field, exactly what you coach your running backs to do. Good fundamental play there. 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 after that. Grand Oaks is a program I feel like could be quite serious someday. I'm not sure how long it will take them to get to that level. Of course, being a brand new school and program, you would expect it to take some time. Could be a few years, could be a decade, who knows. But from what I know about the area, having lived, I actually lived in Imperial Oaks for a bit, so I know the areas for each of these schools actually quite well. Feel like Grand Oaks is in a great location for a high school. from the football perspective in that they're in an area that has some nice subdivisions feeding into it already with plenty of room to grow. And I think that room for growth is key for athletic programs, because what it means is over time, it's kind of the sands shift in the district. They'll be able to kind of keep their enrollment renewed no matter what ends up happening around them. So up the middle, converting a first down on that 4th down and 1. Going to move the chain, so Grand Oaks just staying alive. The old poker analogy, where you have a chip and a chair. It's a Texas Hold'em poker analogy.
Second charge timeout to Grand Oaks.
That is where Grand Oaks finds themselves. Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of potential in the Grand Oaks zone as they mature as a high school and as a football program. Be interested to follow their progress here over the years. Here in Conroe ISD, extremely fortunate to have outstanding schools from elementary all the way up to high school. Plenty of reasons for families to want to move in to this district and make their home. Nice play in the backfield by the War Eagles, going to stop that well behind the line of scrimmage. In my view, the key for any program in Grand Oaks' position is a program just trying to lay that foundation. Is you set a standard for what you want to be as a program. Notice I say what you want to be and not necessarily what you are currently. Set it for where you want to go and don't drop it. Don't change the standard for anything. Pass complete there to the left side. Going to keep the clock moving. About 1:35. And within the program, you need to elect senior and junior leaders who will hold everyone else in the locker room accountable for that standard that the coaches set. And you maintain that every year so that each class that shows up on campus, they know what the deal is. They know the expectations of the program, what's expected of them on and off the field. And again, never deviate, that's important. Standard is non-negotiable. And I think the best way to set that standard is to look at programs, pay attention to detail, commit to fundamentals, repetition. As the saying goes, the only way to get good at anything, do it 1,000 times. If you want to get really good at something, do it 10,000 times. And I think that's how you have to approach setting up your off-season program to really challenge your players to reach the levels that you need them to in order to be a serious program when it comes to Texas Class 6A football, which is as serious as it gets. Swing pass around the right side to Arthur there. He's going to stay on his feet. Good job of balance. First down, catch and run there. Great job by Arthur. See how quickly the War Eagles can move here. As we are about 1:10 and counting now. Of course, super hurry up offense. Smedley. 4 receivers. Smedley again looking for the corner. Again, ball hangs up there, nearly picked off a second time. Looking for Jefferson yet again. On that throw, it's a tricky one for both quarterback and receiver. You've got to lay it out there. So either your guy catches it or the sideline does. Don't leave it in an area where the defender has any chance at it. Again, 4 receiver set for Oak Ridge. Usually in a 2-minute offense, you're not changing your formation. Pass it around the right. Jaquale Harrison takes a shot out of bounds.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. On the defense, number 42. Unsportsmanlike on number 22 of Oak Ridge. Those penalties will be
penalties on both teams there. Now the officials are going to confer a little bit further about what should happen to the football here. It was moved forward into Grand Oaks territory. Now they may walk it back here. Looks like they will make that adjustment. There were offsetting fouls on the play, so it'll be a repeat of the down with no advancement of the football from where the play was run.
Second.
Smedley going to do quarterback draw around the right side. A ton of room to run. He's up the sideline. 30, 25, 20. Upended right about the 18-yard line. It looked like where he was forced out, but great play. Smedley using his legs once again. Gets all the way down to the 17 of Oak Ridge. 48 seconds on the clock. 2 timeouts remaining for Oak Ridge. 1 remaining for Grand Oaks. And that was a quarterback draw all the way. Set up well by Smedley into all kinds of open grass there. Split backfield here now for the War Eagles. Smedley heading around the right side. Be cut up the field by Arthur. Nothing to work with. Gets out of bounds.
Second charge timeout to Oak Ridge.
You timeout Oak Ridge on the field. They'll have 1 left. Like Arthur was forced out there, so must have just wanted to get a discussion in here to make sure they've got the right things drawn up. With 1 in the pocket still remaining if they need to set up a field goal. I think if I were Oak Ridge calling the play here, I would look for something, a pass into the flat area. That's how Oak Ridge has scored 2 of their touchdowns here this evening. It's by finding receivers in about that 10-yard out area, outside the hash. Both of those were on kind of rollouts by Smedley. I would perhaps aim for something like that, but see if they do that or if they try and leak Arthur out of the backfield potentially here. It's like Smedley going to try and keep again. Well covered by Grand Oaks, has to just throw it away there at the end and get it out of bounds. For a half second there, it looked like Arthur was going to try and slip out of the backfield, perhaps on like a middle screen. But Smedley had to basically just kind of scramble with it, so didn't quite have a chance to materialize. Smedley under heavy pressure again, has to throw it away. Good job by the Grizzly defense. Getting right into space, bring up a 4th down. So Oak Ridge is going to have to kick the second field goal of the evening, and already on the field is 31, Jacob Webb, senior kicker for Oak Ridge. Was good on his last field goal attempt that took the War Eagles to 30 points. It was 27-7. He kicked that field goal to take them to 30. Has a chance to add a second here. Kick is up and good. Score will be Oak Ridge 33, Grand Oaks 7. 19 seconds remaining until half. And Grand Oaks possessing the 1 timeout. As mentioned previously, Oak Ridge will get the ball out of halftime. Of course, we invite you to stick around for the halftime performances here. Enjoy those while we step away and come back to you for more football here in the second half. Enjoy the work that the student athletes for both schools are putting in, along with, of course, the band's drill teams, cheerleaders. This thing about Texas high school football and just our communities in general, it involves absolutely everyone. And that's one thing that people from a lot of other states can't quite understand about Texas. They're like, wait, what? Everyone is involved? It's a squib kick up the middle, fielded by Grand Oaks cleanly. So the Oak Ridge coverage team gets down there and brings down the Grand Oaks player. So see if the Grizzlies try and run a play here, just kneel it and go into the locker room. 11 seconds, not a ton of time, but I think it's, given the score, it's worth at least doing a basic handoff. Have 3 receivers in the formation. Trips. They're going to run a pass here. Nunley looking the opposite way. He was going for Ty Roop, incomplete. 6 seconds left. I like the idea behind the design because if it's open, Roop is still running. If he's able to separate even a little bit from the defender. Totally isolated on that side of the field. So if you can get it to pop, it can be really good. Not quite open there. This is just Sepulveda sweep around the right side. And that will do it for the first half of action. Oak Ridge leading at Grand Oaks by a score of 33-7. Again, stick around for halftime, and I will see you back in the second half for more football. My name is Jeremy McGrill. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you after half.
Granda's High School Marching Band is under the direction of Mike Slate, Jesse Calvin, Professional Director Jacob Morales, Corporate Art Director Trish Brown, and Touring Coach Sue Young. The band is under the field direction of Head Drum Major Kylie Burke, Senior Drum Major Ella Moran, and Junior Drum Majors Caitlin Status and Alice Tomorrow. The choreograph is under the leadership of Captains Sophie Winston, Patty Smith, and Haley Garcia. The Granda's Grizzly Tour is Emma McKay. This evening, the band will perform the entire competition show, The Never Ending Night. We hope you enjoy.
and we would like to wish all the seniors a fabulous performance. The 2022-2023 Liberty Bell officers are Cameron Cody, Lieutenant, Molly Duff, Lieutenant, Evelyn Munoz, Lieutenant, Cheyenne Mileto, Lieutenant, Emily McQuiller, Major, Chloe Federland, Lieutenant Colonel, Caleb Broussard, Colonel, and the Spirit Girl of the Week is Alyssa Farley, and the Dancer of the Week is Emma Sherman. And now, sit back and enjoy the Liberty Bell palm routine to the Kelly Clarkson hit Stronger. Take it away, ladies. And now, please welcome to the field the Pride of Oak Ridge, the award-winning War Eagle Marching Band. The band is in the majors Sophia Miller, Nathan Pierce, Brooklyn Herman, and Aldo Villanueva. Officer of the Week is Brooke Abraham. Marcher of the Week is Ricardo Perez. War Eagle of the Week is Matthew Nagara. Guard member of the Week is Robin Scalise. And the section of the week is the seniors. And now, sit back and relax as the War Eagle Band performs a portion of their 2022 field show titled Up, Up, and Away. Take it away, War Eagle Band.
And welcome everyone back to Wood Forest Bank Stadium for the second half of action. Grand Oaks running back out onto the field on the far sideline. Oak Ridge getting ready to do the same here on the home side of the field. Story in the first half was all War Eagles, off to a 33-7 lead. Could have been even more, but Grand Oaks did a good job to hold Oak Ridge to a couple of field goals there towards the end of the first half. So the War Eagles had chances to punch in another touchdown or two, so it's a good job by the Grizzlies to hold them to the 3 points. Oak Ridge will get the ball first to start this second half as they kicked off to start the game. Of course, our story in the first half, explosive plays from both teams. Grand Oaks' touchdown came on about a 50-yard run by Christian Nunley, the quarterback, on about a 4th and 2. Of course, Oak Ridge scoring 2 of their touchdowns in the air. Tevian Jefferson and Camden Morgan catching out routes from Steve Smedley, respectively, running those in from quite a distance out. I think they were both around like 50-yard throws, maybe a little over that. And then Smedley broke his own long run for a touchdown. So both quarterbacks have scored with their legs in this game. And then finally for Oak Ridge, they scored with the help of their defense. It was number 6, Arinze Ejechem, junior defensive back, jumping a pass route around midfield. Had to do a bit of a tip drill with himself, but came down with the interception, took it all the way up the home sideline into the end zone. It's a great job on the interception. So Oak Ridge doing what they have to so far tonight. Get a big lead. And again, this is a must-win game for them to keep their playoff hopes alive after coming up with such a huge win against Conroe High last weekend up at Moorhead. There's only one option for Oak Ridge here tonight to keep their playoff dreams alive. Oak Ridge obviously needing any win they can get at this point. They have to mount a huge comeback here in the second half, starting with their defense as they kick the ball away, provided we don't see any snafus here. Onside kick up the middle. Oak Ridge alert, and they field that at midfield. They're going to start first possession of the second half right there at the 50. Nice idea from Grand Oaks. Of course, you got to take a few chances when you're down like this. Oak Ridge had a man right there on the spot to recover that onside. Smedley back out with the offense, 3 receivers, H-back. So run around the right. Arthur's going to try and bounce it. Does such a good job getting the edge. Only a few yards to pick up there. Arthur able to keep his balance so well as he skates around defenders to get to the edge and turn the corner. For Oak Ridge in the first half, it was Arthur and number 9, Braylon Harrell, doing the damage in the running game. It's Arthur again up the middle, cuts around to the right, nice cut, he's up the sideline, hits the afterburners, 10-5 touchdown. Great acceleration from Arthur there to get into the end zone just like that. Oak Ridge padding the lead, extending to 39-7. We talked about it just a second ago, Arthur's ability to bounce, hit the sideline, and then he just accelerates away from the Grizzly defenders there. Despite them having the angle there initially, he erased that angle in a hurry once he hit the sideline. It's the kick from Oak Ridge up and good. That was Ruriele and Joku on that PAT conversion. We welcome you all. Thank you for sticking with us on a Friday night here under the lights at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Welcoming you back here for the second half. My name is Jeremy McGrail. I've been guiding you through tonight's broadcast here. As Oak Ridge sends this kick back. Go out of bounds. Flag will come in for that. Of course, we invite you to like the stream on YouTube, hit the bell to subscribe to the channel for Conroe ISD Athletics. You can subscribe to both our Moorhead and our Woodforest channels there for the games happening in each venue. And also find Conroe ISD Athletics on Twitter and Instagram. Stay up to date with everything going on around the district. Talked about this in the first half, but going to be a really excellent run for the playoff positions in this district. Really excited to see what happens in the other matchups we have going on in the district here tonight. Got a couple of big ones. We've got College Park at Willis, and then Conroe at New Caney. So Oak Ridge stacks up that run at the line of scrimmage, no gain. So just all around the shop here in 13-6A tonight. Just some enormous games taking place that'll have big implications for the playoffs. Of course, College Park, Willis, Conroe, and New Caney all involved in this playoff race that I mentioned goes about 6 teams deep at this point. Of course, no one is mathematically eliminated. Sweep around the right side for the Grizzlies. Again, stacked up nicely by the Oak Ridge defense. 3rd and 11 on the down and distance.
Justin Williams on the stop. Lost the 1 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 11.
And Nunley has looked Ty Roop's way a few times here tonight. We'll see if he goes back that direction here again now on this 3rd and long. Usually pretty reliable target for Grand Oaks to pursue on a down like this. Like Nunley was maybe trying to set up a little jailbreak type screen there, but falls incomplete. So the punt team will have to come out onto the field for Grand Oaks. Camden Morgan back deep to receive this punt for the War Eagles, number 21 senior. Touchdown scorer in the first half. Nice catch and run. Looks like that ball is going to bounce out of bounds, no return. So Oak Ridge will be taking over on their own 35-yard line, judging by the spot there on the far sideline. Be in pursuit of more points.
Again, a special thanks to Rachel James and Breaker Brothers for sponsoring the press box tonight. Thank you.
You run around the left side by Arthur again, turns the sideline, hits the speed. Nearly runs through the defense again, but just steps out of bounds, running with purpose here in this second half. Again, just hunting the sideline. Hitting it more times than not. Does a good job setting it up, taking his initial steps inside before the bounce. Just kind of suckers in the defense before making his move. They're going to go right back to him, and why not? Bounce off initial contact, but Grand Oaks has too many bodies there ultimately. Bring him down, and again on the tackle for Grand Oaks. We've seen him quite a bit here tonight, Christian Ramos, junior defensive lineman. He's been one of the standout players for Grand Oaks here tonight for sure. Whenever they've made a play in the backfield, he seems to be involved. Definitely called his name at least 3 or 4 times here tonight. split backs, 3 receivers in the formation. Handoff sweep right side, that's Tebby and Jefferson. Pulled down from behind, flag comes in, potential horse collar. Get the official call, but that's what it looked like. It happened right in front of me. I had a good look at it.
Personal foul collar on the defense, number 56. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, of course, that is the call on the horse collar. 15-yard penalty, going to move the ball inside the 30 all the way down to the 26-yard line of Grand Oaks after the yardage being marked off there. Jefferson attempting to turn the corner there, pulled down from behind. Got great speed in his own right. Arthur up the middle. Gonna fall forward for a gain of 4 or 5, about 4 yards on that. So far here tonight, Oak Ridge not having to use their full stable of playmakers. And got pretty much every one of these receivers and running backs can all make plays, all fast. Good athletes on this team. It's Arthur running around the right, going to be stacked up by Grizzly defenders. Good job by the Grand Oaks defense there, not letting him loose. 3rd and 5. Around the 8-minute mark to go in the 3rd here after that. So Oak Ridge offense takes their time, no rush. Get this play in. Trips receivers. The run up the middle, that was Harrell, hit immediately when he got the ball. That'll bring out the field goal team here for Oak Ridge. Looks like Njoku will be on to try this. Jacob Webb in the first half converting 2 field goals. This will be the first time for Njoku. High snap kick is up, has the distance. It is good. With that field goal from Njoku, take the score Oak Ridge 43, Grand Oaks 7, 6:55 to go in the 3rd quarter.
With 6:55 to play here in your 3rd quarter, your new score, Grizzlies 7, War Eagles 43. Conroe ISD would like to thank the press box sponsors for the 2022 season. With the Beppo Portofino Shopping Center, Shenandoah, Buffalo Robins, Portofino Shopping Center, Shenandoah, Chick-fil-A, Cottage Park, Chili's, Lake Woodlands, Chuy's, Shenandoah, Culver's in Conroe, ATV, Conroe Market, ATV, Harper's Freight.
And Jacob Webb will put the ball down on the tee and send it back to Grand Oaks here, pending this kickoff. Webb going to put his foot through that one, send it back to the deep man, bounce around a little bit, fielded. Now it's going to be returned by Grand Oaks, well covered by Oak Ridge. Grand Oaks will start this drive on their own 11 from the looks of it. Christian Nunley remaining in the game at quarterback for Grand Oaks here. did not actually seat the ball in with the running back there. Play action all the way. Running back up the middle. First down carry.
Devon Wallace, number 25 on the carry. Caden Zimmer, number 34 on the stop.
And for Oak Ridge, the name of the game for the rest of the regular season here will be getting as many reps as they can, getting as much on tape for these players as possible, so they can take it all as learning experiences moving forward. Very young team overall. Going to come back experienced and better for their experiences and the challenges that they've been through this season so far. Got a 5-yard carry there on first down. Of course, never easy to change what you're doing, or recommended to change completely what you're doing halfway through the regular season. That's the position the Grizzlies have found themselves in with the switch on offense. From the wing tee to the spread with their 3 receivers most of the time. As that pass is completed there, be moving the chains for another first down. Again, up and down this roster, lots of juniors, lots of sophomores, and of course even the freshmen that we've seen at quarterback the last couple of weeks, Grant Smith. Grand Oaks is a program, one that everyone in this district has their eyes on. As I'd like to think that most understand what this program could be. A lot of potential in the area to produce a good football team, in my opinion. Talked a little bit about that in the first half as well. Location-wise, Grand Oaks in a really good spot, in my opinion. So they're in an area that can't be built out easily. Got good new neighborhoods that have gone up in the area of the campus. Plenty of room to expand all around. Oak Ridge doing a good job of showing improvement this season under Coach Schmid after being a very young team themselves last year. Had sophomores having to play some pretty big roles for the War Eagles last year. They are clearly more mature this season as juniors and seniors. We have a fourth down for Grand Oaks. Can punt the ball back to Oak Ridge. And Schmidt came to Oak Ridge originally as kind of an interim option, but here he is a few years later, still here at the helm of the program. Or Schmidt, a fixture for decades over at the Woodlands. Bringing his experience and know-how to this War Eagle program, paying dividends already. Be quite an accomplishment for Schmidt if he can guide these guys to the playoffs this season. It's Harrell around the left side, gonna try and accelerate through the hole. Gets right to the first down. Nice carry. Again, Harrell keeps his balance there. They're going to say he was down, though. Whistles blow. Going to mark him down right around the line of scrimmage. Nearly kept his balance. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Again, Oak Ridge leading 43-7. Story tonight for the War Eagles. They've been able to get their playmakers into space, make explosive plays to great effect here tonight. Around the left side, Elijah Porter. Or was it Tevian Jefferson? Thought I had Porter there. Reported as being Jefferson in the stadium. Number 3. First down, Oak Ridge after that conversion. Yeah, Porter, we saw last week, hasn't needed to really get involved here tonight, but great playmaker. Really impressed me the last time I saw Oak Ridge against New Caney. It's Harrell again, heavily involved here tonight. Quick pass out to the left. Has another first down, and this is Porter now up the sidelines. He's going to show his speed. And there he is. Again, I was really impressed with him a couple of weeks ago. Just electric when he gets the ball in his hands. He's going to take that to the 29-yard line of Grand Oaks with that catch and run. Porter, one of those players, just a big play waiting to happen. Pistol set from the War Eagles here. Harrell, power around the left side. Carried out about 8 or so yards. 1:09 remaining in the third quarter after that tote from Harrell. I'd say athletically, this has to be probably the most impressive Oak Ridge team that I've seen over the years. So Harrell's going to step through contact there. Great run. Wow. Hits the left sideline. What a run. Inside the 10. I haven't seen a lot of him, but I really like what he's showing tonight. Of course, no Larry DeBose has allowed Harrell more action, and he's really taking advantage of his opportunity. Smith going to hand back to Harrell. It's down to the 1.5-yard line. Smedley tried the keeper there, couldn't quite get in. That play will end the third quarter, so the teams will have to make a 99-yard walk down to the other end of the field. And after 3, Oak Ridge 43, Grand Oaks 7. War Eagles keeping themselves firmly in the playoff discussion here. Spoke about this a little earlier in the broadcast, but we'll repeat it for anyone new to our stream here tonight. Coming into this week was College Park and New Caney atop the district standings, 3-0 apiece. The Woodlands was at 3-1, moved to 4-1 with that big win over Cleveland on Thursday night. Behind the Woodlands, you have Willis and Conroe tied with 2-2 records. Oak Ridge 1-2. They've already had their bye week, of course. Holding on here tonight, they would move to 2-2. Cleveland, after losing to the Woodlands, 1-3. Grand Oaks 1-3 currently, would be 1-4, of course, with a loss here tonight. Caney Creek 0-4. Caney Creek is the team in the district with a bye, the only one with a bye this week. So Caney Creek not playing. Smedley again goes straight ahead. CP gets enough to get in the end zone. Touchdown signaled. Smedley, QB keeper, punch another one in for Oak Ridge and extend the lead to 49-7, pending this PAT for Minjoku. That kick is up and good from the senior Njoku. Take the score, Oak Ridge 50, Grand Oaks 7, 11:56 remaining in our game here this evening. And I am Jeremy McGrail, and thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Getting to look quite a bit at both of these teams this season, multiple games for each now. Seeing things I like from both programs development-wise, just with the strides I'm seeing in the individual players. And Oak Ridge collectively taking a step forward from last season, now that they have added experience in their junior and senior classes. With Oak Ridge obviously acknowledging the circumstances they're under this year, seeing the progress that their young players are making with each rep they're getting. Players like Nunley, a quarterback, a sophomore. Of course, tight end Ty Roop, who I've seen be heavily involved in previous games. Here's Grant Smith at quarterback for Oak Ridge, or Grand Oaks rather. Handoff around the left side, good run. And take it out about 6 yards. Saw Smith last in the first half. He was picked off for a touchdown on that play, defensive touchdown by Oak Ridge. We hadn't seen him back since, but here he is getting more reps. Nice to see him get a chance to respond to that turnover. Not have that be his last bit of action tonight. Come out and get some more plays in, get the taste out of his mouth. Running play around the right side there, going to pick up a couple of yards. When I watch Smith play quarterback for the Grizzlies, clearly has some arm talent about him. Throws a nice football, nice spiral. Expect we will be seeing quite a bit more of him moving forward in this program. Be Sepulveda accelerating up the middle, showing some nice burst through the hole. Picks up the first down for the Grizzlies. In the Aldine Spring District is impossible to read now. Outside of Westfield, there are 6 teams tied for second place in that district, with 1-1 records in district coming into this weekend. Incomplete pass there. So as difficult as it will be to figure out who ultimately lands the last playoff spots in this district, be even harder to predict in 14-6A, which will be the first round opponent for us here in Westfield, the only sure bet there to make the postseason. Mustangs far and away the best team in that district this season. Last year they had Westfield and Spring carrying the flag. This year it's kind of more of the Mustangs on their own. Run around the left side, first down and more for Grand Oaks. Nice positive play there, moving the chains. Been a pretty clean game from both teams. There really haven't been many flags at all here tonight. Had a little bit of extracurricular activity earlier in the game, but other than that, officials have had a pretty easy night with the laundry. Smith going to keep this one. Trying to keep his head on a swivel as he rounds the corner there, falls forward for a few yards. Bring up 3rd and medium. Brief timeout on the field. 9:03 remaining in our game here tonight. We thank all of you for joining us on this broadcast here tonight. Again, on the YouTube stream, please hit that thumbs up button to like the video, hit the bell to subscribe, and follow us on the other social media channels. On Twitter and Instagram, Conroe ISD Athletics, at Conroe ISD Sports for the handle. Appreciate those of you staying up with us late here on a Friday night. And if you're watching this back on a stream replay, thank you for joining us there that way as well. We've had tremendous luck with our weather so far here this season. Haven't been hit for that cold and rainy night yet. We'll see if it ends up happening before the regular season's done, or if it's all getting saved up for the playoffs. Really pristine weather for just about all of our games so far. I had one rain game up at Moorhead, Conroe, and Eisenhower. Run around the right side. Sepulveda stopped for no gain there. Bring up 3rd and 4. Be quickly to the line, 2 receivers in the formation. Gonna hand quickly to the running back. Great job keeping himself alive. Gonna hit the sideline, get the first down. Great run. First down, Grizzlies. This is shaping up to be the best drive of the night for Grand Oaks so far. And when they scored earlier in the game, it was Christian Nunley, the sophomore quarterback, on about a 4th and 2 zone read keep that he took around the right side of the defense, moving this same direction on the field. From right to left on your screen. Trips, receivers in the set, sweep around the right side, but Grand Oaks stuffs it. Yard loss. As always, like to take a minute in these games to thank everyone behind the scenes, helping bring you these images from the field. Sweep around the right side, another nice run. Going to be out close to a first down. Of course, all of our tireless camera folks bringing us all the angles during the game. Show control up here in the booth alongside me, helping coordinate everything you end up seeing on these broadcasts. See the way they do it here in Conroe ISD, and you wish every district could have something like this, but they don't. Because Conroe ISD is unique in being able to put this kind of production together. This flag comes down after that incompletion. See what the call is. That was a third down play.
Holding on the 52.
Go against Grand Oaks, unfortunately for the Grizzlies. Back it up 10 yards. Repeat third down. Spot the ball on the 27-yard line. Line to gain is the 13. We got 3rd and 14, of course. Timeout on the field by the officials. Actually, that'll be Grand Oaks calling that timeout.
Timeout, Grand Oaks.
It's Grand Oaks' first timeout of the second half. They'll have 2 remaining. Oak Ridge still possessing all 3 timeouts. 6:13 left in our game tonight. Grand Oaks quickly to the line, 2 receivers, H-back. Corner route. It's a little bit chance for an interception by Oak Ridge. Couldn't come down with the play. Well defended by the War Eagles. Intended man was Micah Dixon, sophomore receiver for Grand Oaks. 4th and 14. Field goal kick will come out. And this will be a longer field goal, be 44 yards. Kick is up. Almost had the distance, but it's going to fall just short. In no good. Exactly 6 minutes remaining in our game tonight. Oak Ridge still leading, of course, by the score of 50-7. War Eagles going to rotate some new bodies into the game here. Get some experience in a quarterback now for Oak Ridge. Number 15, Jonas Lee, a senior. Carry on the play by number 23, Jace Fussell, a junior.
Brandon Martin, number 92 on the stop. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Third and 8 down and distance. 4 receivers in the set, 2 to each side. For Lee. Be a nice run after the catch there by Fussell. Catch and run for that first down. Catches it in the flat, turns the corner. Picks up the line to gain, moving the chains for the War Eagles here late in this. So they aim to put the finishing touches on an impressive night here for the War Eagles. Again, doing exactly what they had to do to put this win up into that W column. Busted play there. Going to keep it though. Lots of room around the left side, it turns out. That'll be just fine for Lee. He's going to gain another first down, run it out of bounds. Just like they drew it up. Busted play, but just a big lane opening there around the left side for Lee. Shows nice speed to be able to pick up the yards. Move into the Grand Oaks half of the field, ball down to the 37 after that run. 3 receivers in the formation. There's Fussell, good tough run. Picks up another 8 yards. Oak Ridge setting the tone early here tonight with the big plays. It'll be Fussell up the middle on the carry. Pick up another chunk. Move it out about 4 yards.
Nick Wright on the stop.
Fussell once again up the middle. Just going to gain 2 yards here. Down to the 15 of Grand Oaks. So we are just over a minute away from concluding the action here tonight. Once again, appreciate all of you for joining us here. Friday Night Lights, live from Woodforest Bank Stadium here, 13-6A district action. Encourage you to follow all the games going on around the district and pull those streams up as well. you've been with us here for tonight, pull up the other games going on in the district. Stay up to date with what's going on. Playoff race likely to go down to the very last game before we determine who all 4 teams are going to be from our district. That's how tight I think it's going to be, especially for the 3rd and 4th playoff positions. Very interested to see how College Park does in their road trip to Willis tonight, in addition to Conroe at New Caney. Scores I've seen so far indicate kind of another wild week around the state of Texas, with some games being closer than you would expect. For example, last night in the Klein district, we had an upset Klein Forest beating Klein Cain 17-14. That was unexpected.
Timeout, Oak Ridge.
And a timeout here with just a couple of seconds remaining in our game. And Oak Ridge going to emerge 50-7 winners here tonight in this game. Move to 2-2 record in district, 3-3 overall, so evens all around on the season so far. And that win over Conroe last week, just massive for the War Eagles' chances of getting into the postseason, as they are in the victory formation here. Last snap of the game. Great win by the War Eagles. Valuable reps for a very young Grand Oaks team. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Conroe ISD action. 13-6A race for the state playoffs. Stick with us here in the coming weeks as we move forward in the chase for those 4 playoff spots in a district title here. I'm Jeremy McGrail. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you next time.